So that'd be 0, 3, 11. But just
Don't kill us,
to
Max.
put into a frozen mirror.
I guess I'll never dance again, Max.
Right when I was about to start a new life in California.
This shit's just so weird. It's frozen dining room, everybody's partaked and clocked in here. Shit weird as fuck, bro.
Honey, I always thought of you like a daughter. And now
So this is how Max gets her revenge. Thanks for saying no. I haven't been very low.
don't let the squirrels die.
You've always had my back, and I wish we had been friends.
I know. So this is how Max gets her revenge on her.
I can't believe you kissed me.
Shit, Max.
What
Now you're going to
I'll never dance again, Max.
I can't believe you kissed
is
me.
a hellhole? When was there kiss
Now you're
people
going to kill
frozen?
me?
What the fuck did I pop myself
please save
into?
us.
So this is how
I
Max gets
I
her
remember the
revenge.
entire thing that's partaken in this case.
So this is how Max gets her revenge.
We'll have to go without me.
Who are you? Holy shit, are you serial? I'm you, dumbass. Or I'm one of many Maxes you've left behind. Can you get me out of here? Oh, so you want help? Thought you could control everybody and everything, huh? Twist time around your fingers?
It wasn't my choice to try to help, it wasn't.
I tried to help. I only wanted to do the right thing. No, you only wanted to be popular.
That's cap.
And once you got these amazing powers, your big plan was to trick people into thinking you give a rat's ass.
I do care.
I do care. That's why I was trying to make friends. By telling people what they want to hear. You were just looking for a shortcut because you can't make friends on your own. That's not true. I have great friends, and I've used my powers for good. Please, stop playing innocent. You're a goddamn hypocrite.
How? I'm
You
not
left a
pushing
trail
nobody.
of
I'm
death
not
and
retracting
suffering
my point.
behind you. That was not my fault, you son of a bitch. Don't you dare talk about our mom that way.
Bro, what?
What about the crap that was your fault?
You're not
Wait, let me
interrolling
guess.
multiple different people
You
that are the
fucked up
same as
time and
you,
space for your
being like
precious
clones and
punk
shit in
Chloe.
this case. You're pretty much a
think
doppelganger
she's worth
interplex
all that?
into another dimension. Best friend, we all are destiny. Need one time on that.
We all are. This isn't about Chloe. Or even me anymore. Gosh, you're so selfless now, Mahatma Max. It's too bad you pissed your power away on high school drama. Chloe does a better job of guilt-tripping me than you do. Because you let her bully you. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. But you didn't do that homework, so you have to learn the hard way. Like Rachel. Just shut up. You're not scaring me anymore. I'd be more worried about Chloe killing us than Jefferson. Max, do you really think she's our friend? That she respects us in any way? Man, you are so stupid. I'm embarrassed to have the same name. And someday Chloe will destroy.
Legit your mom.
Oh hell, speak of the devil.
Came from me. But for me to put you into this world, that will even happen.
Dude, do not even fuck with her head. She knows what we went through together this week, and you don't. There's no way you can break up our team. This is reality. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
It's frozen paramount.
I am seriously glad to see you.
Frozen time.
Welcome home,
Like
Max.
everything is a frozen stockpile.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Like a demerged part of my dream state. And we back in a dark zone. Like it seemed like we're really in a phantom
know it
zone. I
was
like
your
this
birthday
because of
last
this
month.
art though.
This was my real father's camera. I want you to have it.
Yes, of course it's
Sure,
cool.
kinda.
Thank you. This camera is
Reminded
so
me of
sweet.
something. I forgot the name of it.
Now that we got that mushy
That's
shit out of the
parody,
way,
killer
I feel like
stuff.
stage diving. Let's thrash this place. Yep, I'm fucking insane in the brain. This song fucking rules. Can't dance, hippie? Come on. Rock out, girl. You were here today, Max. You saved me. I'm still tripping on that. Seeing you after all these years feels like
Without memory lane
destiny.
and everything.
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. Let's talk about your superpower. Epic! I pledge allegiance to Max. Welcome to America.
Never made this game entire, not in the form that it was, or something
you saved
else
me
in
again.
a sense.
Crazy. Now we're totally bonded for life. Since you're the mysterious super...
I'm so glad you're my partner in crime.
As long as you're my partner in time. Max, you better come check out these files.
It's not a draw.
Cowabunga! Why, look, an otter in my water.
Let's call it a draw. I'm gonna freeze my ass off when I get out.
Photobomb!
Photo hog.
I double dare you. Kiss me now. Damn, you're hardcore,
I be
Max.
lesbian.
Now I can text Warren and tell him he doesn't stay. Oh, we could cruise everywhere in this bad boy.
joke.
Can you
Got
see us
that
heading down the
reference
coast
in
of
a
Big
sense.
Sur and beyond? I know. Just daydreaming. That makes me ill, but read.
Not until I see it first. You know the rules, Dad.
And again, we just going on a
Dude,
colossal
I am so
trip in
lucky
this
that my
case. All those different form of memory
weird
lane.
hanging out with you
And then
again.
it's to put in the past, bro. Wait, no, what is this game, dude?
Whoa, awesome picture.
Squeeze his
We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
Max was like a mom in this
Listen,
case,
Max.
kind
My respiratory system is failing.
of. No,
Chloe,
I'm not trying to hear
you're
that.
back.
Kate wasn't the
She's
first.
in a pocket.
Rachel!
Peripheral.
Oh, Rachel, no, please not her!
Come on, Max, we're almost there.
This is the main running point. I'm pretty sure this is where the game just at, back in the real time.
Don't worry. We'll be okay.
All that hour time. bro.
Max, can you hear me?
No,
Please
man,
say
it's just
something,
fucking
Chloe.
lie, bro.
I must have passed out.
Thank God. Don't you ever do that again, okay?
I swear. But that nightmare was so real. Was so horrible.
You're just stuck in the gauntlet of hell at that point. Erratic storm, purple electricity mixed with blue. Blazing storm.
This is my storm. I caused this. I caused all of this. I changed fate and destiny so much that I actually did alter the course of everything.
Of course, this entire world.
All I really created was just death and destruction.
Fucking thing to say to yourself, but you really
Fuck all
blind.
that,
It's
okay?
even to say
You were
about
given a
being
power. You
heroic
didn't
to
ask for
everything,
it.
went
And
to
you
a whole
saved
new
me.
flex in this sense. Cool that we still got this journal and everything, but still. Stay back on the story though.
Which had to happen. All of this did.
Because again, it's not like a story setting to say, man, for how things are like. It's an all-put
Your power,
playing
we
form
wouldn't have
for how
found
things are
her.
like involving
Okay,
the
so you're not
story
the
that
goddamn
we've
time
done.
master, but you're
Because
Maxine
we were happy, we
Coffey.
have a splendid time. We were trying to push, solve something, solve what happened to Rachel, and all this other stuff didn't correlate nothing but death, capture, and then plant men into the wrong things. You have the recourse time
Max.
at this point.
This is the only way.
The butterfly picture.
I feel like I took the shot 1,000 years ago.
If we go back to this, is the only point in time where we can actually rewind time so things don't
You-
unravel. At the
You could use
sacrifice
that
of Arcadia
photo
Bay, we have
To
to go back
change
in time and stop
everything
this.
right back to when you took that picture. All that would take is for me to...
Fuck that. No. No way. You are my #1 priority now. You are all that matters to me.
I know. You prove that over and over again. Even though I don't deserve it. I'm so selfish. Not like my mom. Look what she had to give up and live through. And she did. She deserves so much more than to be killed by a storm in a fucking diner. Even my stepfather deserves her alive. There's so many more people in Arcadia Bay who should live. way more than me.
Say that. I won't trade you.
It's not about
You're not
trading, it's
trading
about
me.
being selfless, man. If I'm even saying it right. Because I actually talk more depthly, because this is a big impact, and I like the writing, I like the pizzazz, I like the pulse for this, because a lot of pours your emotions, man. This game ain't playing with my emotions. I know it's early, nigga, but it about to make me start Spartacus crying, because this nigga's playing. I love the potency of impact and everything that comes with Save the Man for everything that comes with this. But the thing is that the unfortunate that paralyzes you in the format for this is, again, not a statement for a superhero story entirely, but a girl with powers has to really understand the pace of chaos that is coming about with this, and she's pouring out tears in her heart to it because she didn't want all this stuff to unravel, in this case, a commotion. She wanted to pour her powers to a good or sad cause, but the more and more she used it, it seemed like a selfish attitude, and that the righteous cause turned to a downstairs cause, because same matter for what happened wasn't the same matter for how this came to be, was out of priority to rewind time and to reform the situation that she was in for a friend about to die. So with that being said, what came into form with all this happening was because of the fact that she did something to some plausibility of selfishness. Now, say to my understanding, you would want to do anything in your power to save someone you cared about, even if they were someone that Max knew, because she even recognized the girl until she really looked at her face and saw it was Chloe, because of the blue hair, to get up, didn't match her friend. And again, to resend my statement for this, came in unraveling pause to something that was bad to a new point of pause when she had something that could correlate something better for her world. That's why I'm saying pause. Okay, my mic disconnected, my bad. Hopefully what I was still saying was input into that. I wasn't talking super, but I was saying that in case of a rewind to play better in part for what she was pushing for. And now when it comes down to the final state, it's truly about a superhero model and account for what you should do and what you should not. Because like I said, I'm not trying to decline Max from being in any form of goodness and saying that what she did was super bad, but arguably you impacting your own control and time defaults every precedence of control, and you are not a god, so you cannot just control and corrupt and reconstruct time anytime you want, because time is no fucking weapon. The same cases of what it applies to a gun with Max and Chloe shooting bottles comes into play with time. They're shooting different wind-ups on time, and you cannot play with time like that, because Max has God power, and she's putting it only into one point in direction for what she's doing. That does not make her bad. That does not take away any commencement of actual goodness with her. But the problem is that when you do that, it puts a bad record plate on everything you're supposed to do, because you're not supposed to use power in this way. Almost every case of coincidence, I don't know if it's even a case of a word here. Coincidence, and there's coincidence. I don't know if it's even a case of a word. It just sounded weird. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. No dramatic shit. Every play point coincidence where she would use it, the situations would blur into a new situation every time with that time stream, and that will break away the entire correspondence of how things went out in time. And so her doing this would default to every form of what actual stability is supposed to be. As like I said, in the words of Zavatar, the thing about time travel, Barry, is that the more you do it, the more the rules don't apply to you, and the more discouraging and this form of time comes into play. And she's created so many different reinforcement of flashpoints that I have lost count. And so if we would take Chloe, we sacrifice Arcadia Bay for a woman in her own right, don't believe she deserved to do that. We kill innocents and let them burn and get eradicated by a big swirl storm like Zeus is smiting for our friend. That's how much love. But in the same state of instance, like a superhero story, because she's just a little girl in comparison with the powers of a god, and she's tried to pull through to make the right things with this power, and with great power comes great responsibility. And so when it comes down to account for you using your powers to be better and to push be more of a person of good, it's about being selfless. not selfish. Cause an example, Peter Parker lost Aunt May because he was selfless. He lost Uncle Ben because he was arrogant in the pace of selfishness. I can explain both of those scenarios, but that's too much because you already get my point if you know about Spider-Man. So the reason why this makes her a better person by doing it is because she's able to risk losing her best friend forever. And never rewinding time, never reformulating time, and to push to do good in this case, and not having none of this play a part the way it did. And that's a good thing that comes from this.
Maybe
So I just had to get that off my chest,
and
man, for everything that happened. I'm glad I've been pulling Porsche.
Look at how many times I've almost.
Well, let's actually go and read this, if you guys don't mind, real quick. I don't want to keep interrupting, but
died
let's
or
go ahead and look
actually
over
died
it.
around
And
you.
get your point.
Look at what's happened in Arcadia Bay ever since you first saved me. I know I've
Pile
been
of shit
selfish, but for
popping up.
once, I think I should accept my fate. Our fate. Chloe. Max, you finally came back to me this week, and you did nothing but show me your love and friendship. You made me smile and laugh like I hadn't
None
done
of that
in
was because
years.
he cared for you.
Wherever
In
I
a big
end
case
up
of
after this,
emotion.
in whatever reality, all those moments between us were real, and they'll always be ours. No matter what you choose, I know you'll make the right decision. Chloe, I can't make this choice. No, Max. You're the only one who can.
Sacrifice Chloe, sacrifice Arcadia Bay, man. Like I said, man, if we sacrifice Arcadia Bay and let it get fucking swarmed, man, it's gonna be bad. I put my hand on the controller, B. His action is so paralyzing that you don't even know what to do. Cause I love Chloe, bro. She an interesting character. She not as interesting as Max. But so much point of what we pushed for and what we did was for Chloe. We cared for her, we nurtured her, we did everything. But now when the swarm hole of fucking Ragnarok is pushing up on Arcadia Bay, it's about to overpay the whole shit in the plantation of death. Now we have a whole heartbreak, man. Again, this is being selfless. With great power comes great responsibility. And Chloe is the last part of her childhood. She is her childhood friend. She's Max's best friend. And the reason why she pushed to be what she is and everything it holded was something else entirely. And I like how it's plateaued together, and I really like the big things that come into play with the point where she did what she did. And I can't wait to do bigger analysis on this, because I mean, it's all she wrote from here, man. I'm sorry, Chloe, but I gotta do the right thing. Gotta sacrifice Chloe, man. It's time.
It's time.
We can't let Arcadia Bay get fucking swarmed, man. It's too much.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this.
I know,
I'll
Max,
always be with you.
but we have to. We have to save everybody.
This is her
Okay?
being selfless. She's
And
inspiring
you'll
me
make
to be
those fuckers
selfless.
pay for what they did to Rachel. Being together this week, it was the best farewell gift I could have hoped for. You're my hero, Max.
Oh, Chloe, I'm gonna miss you so much.
I'll always love you. Now get out of here, please. Do it before I freak. And Max Caulfield, don't you forget about me.
Never.
Played the biggest part of my life. If it wasn't for Chloe, none of this stuff wouldn't have corresponded. If it wasn't for you, my origin wouldn't even pop off. All this stuff. All the way into this moment. Being back in time. Where it all started. A beautiful butterfly. You're gonna have a chance to go and stop the situation from popping off.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I hope you check the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
Way up in the background.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
It's terrible. Clocked him. Put yourself down for the count. What you just did, shot her, trying to shake around. What you did goes for yourself. In this case, you did what you did. Now this piece of music but killed a girl in the girl's bathroom. Rest in peace, Chloe. Put in jail, Jefferson off to the gulags, my man. Fucking cunt. This is just from the black clothing. The world is at peace. And that wouldn't obviously be in the case of Cataclysm for the whole world, hopefully, even though it's in for her mess with time, would been an entire recalment of reality and everything. But it's just in the form for how this shit is like and all this other stuff coming into point in the play. It's very interesting. Yeah, Arcadia Bay. Sound weird when I say it, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I mean. I don't know why. Because I've been using my brain cells a lot. I felt my brain cells were just down. That came Marsh, the one, explore recipes, the cold press, recipe in jail. Yeah, she out here is cemetery, Arcadia Bay Cemetery. And like I said one time, no mother, no father, nobody should ever have to look for their child. I go say that from the mother from their parents in the ground, no family reaction for me. At least in this world, King Marshall's alive. She's at actual cemetery. I don't know why I correlated like that. That's I'm not being dumb in that pocket with money or nothing. The same matter for how I felt like it. It was just weird. Cool. She's at Arcadia Bay Cemetery. So 5 polarized. That's the end of the game, man. I know there's a Life is Strange 2, and I don't know if there's a prequel. I think there is a works Life is Strange 3. That's gonna be the final game they make, most likely because of solid part trilogy, and I think that's the best for it, for the same matter for everything that comes into play with this verse and everything else that comes with that. I really like this game. It was something else. It was something very special. When it comes down to this is the infinite part, same matter for my games that I played together in one to form as the games to play and stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I ain't crying, but it is a big sad in my heart. I think there might be a game one day where, you know, a nigga might get a little peak crying going on, you know what I'm saying? A little pleck of a tear. But this game was something. I can see why people would cry, obviously, just because I don't cry, don't mean I got no emotion, because it is a video game and you're not going to be expected to cry, but it's not like I have no state of care or emotion because all the different things piled together. I wouldn't talk so much if I had no form of compassion or care for it. I don't know, this might be the input where I'm talking because I don't know if I'm going to have to mute out that entire music because that's entire place of copyright right there. But at the same time, I hope y'all have enjoyed. This shit has been Bappa. Can't wait to see where it comes together. Same man for things coming together with the characters, etc. In the next game, what happens? The only thing I know about the next game is that the characters are Hispanic or Mexican descent. So I don't know. Cool. I know that one of the characters in there do got powers, which we'll see interesting. Because again, we don't have the tie in place for why Max's higher power of time, with the form her actually being able to rewind and repoint time into different places. So I don't know. Because with the next person, I don't know if it's going to be to the same cosmic state level like her. Because her powers, and that's a whole new pie enlistment. a bigger part in case things that come in this. But the powers are not the point, so I'm not gonna ridicule that. I do plan to obviously make reviews and say, man, for the case of these different games. They're playing the point for what I'm thinking about in the form with the cases of the games and everything else that plays in account with this. But at the same time, I feel like overall what comes in the packment with the game and the other pluses that make it up are pretty cool. I don't think it's bad for everything else that comes into play, staying mad for what everything is like in the case of the game, you know. That's pretty much it I have to say for it. I really like it. I can't wait to see what else Square Enix and Nog Entertainment makes. I love it. Rest in peace to Chloe, Arcadia Bay Cemetery. Lord, man, would I just say that word? None of the weird shit though. Rest in peace to her. Max, you did good. Gay selflessness. So fortunate that the entire time we had the power possibility to stop her from dying, but it's better to make a better point for the world of what we are. If in this case, Arcadia Bay, be better for the town, be better for her, because better for that she's in coming place of freedom. Just said a matter of other shit. You put Jefferson in jail, Dan Prescott's don't get what he deserves for killing Chloe Price. And Max Caulfield has a count of freedom and peace placed in the form of how she's being. So with that being said, that's means for this. I can't wait to see what other stuff comes into play, with other things that come on with the game to come. If there's anything else, I don't know if it's DLC, because just to stand say, man, for episodes, other stuff that come into play with that. I love y'all. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out, mommy. Love y'all.